Welcome back to 539 Productions. Right now I'm on my way to the site of an abandoned church as well as a cemetery. From what it looks like, I'm going to be able to see some of the ruins of the church. Maybe it's just a foundation. I'm not sure what's left or if it's actually anything at all, but I'm going to check it out and see. It looks like a really cool looking cemetery as well though, so definitely going to be a neat video, but I'm hoping that there's still a few remnants of the church that we can check out and kind of see at least where it would have stood. So we have arrived at the cemetery. This farmhouse is so close. Not that it's a problem. Let's go see if we can locate any of the remains of this church. There's actually a couple here. There's another stone right over there. Well, this one's having a little bit of deterioration. I keep hearing jingling next to me as if there's a dog somewhere in the field. I'm hoping not, but there's a little bit of an indent where it looks like the casket underneath has maybe rotted a little bit and some of the dirt has filled in. Look at this. This is interesting. I don't even know how this happens, other than somebody actually trying to vandalize it. But the lip here, this top stone has moved several inches, leaving a lip here. So it's showing that it looks as if someone's actually attempted to push the stone over at some point, which is horrible. Today I've been out kind of looking for a bunch of hidden cemeteries that actually weren't visible, and I thought this actually was kind of a neat addition to that, just because this cemetery is visible but the church is harder to find. I'm not actually sure if I'm heading in the right direction. I don't think I am, but I'm gonna check out a few more of these graves and then we'll sneak over here to the woods behind me and see if there's any remnants of the church there. There's some veterans' graves here. You can see the Grand Army of the Republic marker right there. And then another one over here. And underneath this tree here, there's even another veteran's grave, which is unfortunately toppled over. I thought this was actually going to be a marker. It appears to just be a trunk of a tree, although if it's old enough, It could have been planted by a marker and then completely engulfed it. It's just weird that they kept it there like that. I don't know if you can tell on camera. There's like another divot here. I'm not sure if that's actually the way that the caskets would have been oriented or not, or if they're in front of the marker here. So it may or may not actually be some decay. And it looks like a farmer is definitely home at the house that I was talking about being very close. So I'm not gonna go diving into the trees just yet. You can see here a similar situation to what I was just talking about. This tree was probably planted around the time that the person had passed, and then over the years grows so large that it actually began to move the stone. And it looks like there's roots growing underneath, and eventually it'll just completely push the stone out. Alright, well, they're not moving. So I'm just gonna walk over here and check it out, see if there's a foundation, and then I'm gonna take off. It's been a really beautiful cemetery to explore. If there's some ruins of the church, that'd be really neat to see. Otherwise, I think we had a pretty good time. I think it's neat to see some more veterans' graves, people that actually fought for freedom in the Civil War, and so never can complain about coming out and seeing stuff like that. So great bit of history. Hope you guys come back and see the next one. This is supposedly where the foundation, I guess that would be all that's left at this point. Supposedly where the foundation of the church was. I don't know. It looks as if anything that was left of the church has been torn out, so unfortunate, but this is where it stood, and then the cemetery was right here. That's too bad, because it actually looked as if I was going to be able to see something. It also could be that there is a foundation under there, but it's just so covered up with leaves and dirt right now that it's not visible. As I was walking this way, I noticed there's other graves over here. So I think this is actually another section. So I'm gonna go around the back of those trees there and see if I can maybe see the church again. And this is the sign, Bethlehem Cemetery. But I'm 100% certain that there was a Bethlehem church here too. I guess if I get yelled at, I get yelled at, but it looks to me like this is legitimately now part of the cemetery, since I'm seeing brand new graves over there. You can see that's the bit of side yard I was trying to get to, and there's absolutely nothing there. We don't always get everything we want out of a location, but still an interesting one. Now onward to some more hidden cemeteries, and stay tuned for the next one, guys. Also, make sure to subscribe. I do this every single week, probably 2 to 3 times a week at least, and there'll be more coming here really soon. So stay tuned in a few days. We'll have the next episode up. Bye, everybody.